Honestly, guys, I'm not surprised. I already said this had the potential to be the best season, and it fucking was. What's going on, guys? My name is Tyler, and today we are talking about Cobra Kai Season 4, and we are going to be basically just talking about what I think about it. Is it the best season? Yes. Is it the greatest thing in the Karate Kid franchise? Yes. Everything about it works so well, and all the flaws that Cobra Kai did have, and even though they were minor, all of that is gone this season, and what made Cobra Kai so great is amplified by 10 times. Honestly, I'm just really happy that I had a season that not only satisfied me, but had me at the edge of my seat from episode 1. And for this video, I'm going to be talking about what I like, and I would say I would be talking about what I dislike, but there's really nothing in this season I dislike, honestly. Like, the only thing I can maybe think of is that Carrie Underwood shit, which was, like, you know, kind of cringy. But besides that, I enjoyed every single second of the season. It was amazing. Let's just talk about the first half. Everything from the introduction is perfect, from Terry being introduced to Johnny and Daniel integrating their styles, to Johnny learning Miyagi-Do, to Daniel learning Cobra Kai. We see how integrating the styles is actually benefiting Sam and Miguel, but it negatively affects Johnny and Daniel as they're questioning their judgment and really wondering if this is what's best for them. I love this because it's a realistic approach of going about Daniel and Johnny teaming up. Yes, it allows them to have a greater chance at defeating Cobra Kai, but they're not thinking it further through. Their styles are essentially complete opposites of each other. Daniel and Johnny never see eye to eye, so they just think that it's just not gonna work out because they believe their way is the right way. However, integrating both styles just greatly benefits the classes. They're allowed to work with each other, they're all friends, and we see in season 4 it drastically amps their karate too. Like, there is literally a moment where Johnny and Daniel were about to give up, but we see how them teaming up actually just benefited the children. That isn't just relationship drama. And speaking of, there's basically no relationship drama with the exception of the Kenny stuff. However, that just all ties into Kenny and Robbie's arc, which I guess now is a perfect time to get into. Somehow in a show like Cobra Kai, where they only have 10 episodes to explain the story, and they already have plenty of shit going on, they somehow integrate Anthony into the story, and add in a completely new character, that ties into Robbie's character, that ties into Robbie's arc, that makes Robbie a better character, and it also ties into Sean, who I knew was going to be integrated somehow, some way into this season. Obviously, it's not as accurate as I once thought, because I thought he was just straight up gonna join Cobra Kai, but instead they added his little brother, that being Kenny. Which is great because it adds in a similar element to what we had in season 1 with Miguel kind of being bullied. However, it adds in those kids plus that perspective. Like, we literally see Hawk being the bully, which is kind of ironic. Speaking of, in the first half, Hawk just gets completely shitted on, and it isn't until the last 3 episodes where Hawk gets full-on redemption. But holy shit, everyone is just not trusting this motherfucker because he turned to the light side just a few days ago. And now he needs to attempt to get Miyagi-Do's respect. And speaking of, as this is happening, we see Robbie trying to get Cobra Kai's respect, and instead of running away and not trying to train at Cobra Kai, he decides to embrace the worst parts of himself, and he would begin to solo literally everyone in the Cobra Kai class, saying that if they can hit him just once, he'll leave. However, the only time he gets hit is via off guard, and Robbie just chads his way through the ranks, gaining his respect at Cobra Kai. And while that's going on, he and Tori's relationship would begin to grow, and Tori also gains a relationship with Amanda over the course of the season, which I was surprised about. I was not expecting that at all. Amanda simply just wants the fighting to stop. She's done being the bloodlusting motherfucker she was in season 3. I mean, goddamn, she was on Demon Time trying to slap Kreese. But now she's a lot more mellowed down. She's the Miyagi-Do mother we all know and love, and now she's basically just trying to stop all the fighting. And her and Tori slowly actually being able to stand each other, and her and Tori being able to stand each other by the end of the season is honestly great. I know I did say I was talking about the first half, but I mean, there's really, like, it's mainly just the first half with this Amanda and Tori stuff, and then there's like that one chicken nugget scene in the end, so don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm honestly just so happy everything in this season works, and the drama, the tension is just so perfectly executed, and it honestly amazes me because it just makes other seasons like season 2 look way worse, because that season was basically just relationship drama and will they won't they bullshit. But the drama in this season is if Johnny and Daniel can even stand working with each other. What's going to happen with Kreese and Terry? The tension between them is pretty real. What's going to happen with Tori and Amanda? What's going to happen with Tori and her mom? What about Robbie? What about Kenny? How does Sam go from the worst character to an actual decent one in this one goddamn season? The scenes with Terry and Kreese interacting and Daniel and Johnny wondering if they're actually going to be able to do this are just as impactful as Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do's rivalry and the action scenes that come with it. And speaking of action, let's just talk about the second half, starting with Gianni versus Daniel. Because holy shit, I called it. I told you guys it was gonna happen, and I called it. Despite Daniel with his pressure points, Gianni still ties with Daniel, which I'm honestly surprised about. I thought Daniel was just gonna bop him. But narratively, it makes sense for the two of them to be even with each other, because their entire conflict just revolves around both of them believing that they are right. And Gianni just thinks that he can easily kick Daniel's ass, and Daniel believes he can easily kick Gianni's ass. But in reality, these two are just two good senseis trying to make their students happy and trying to make them learn the right way, trying to make sure they don't fall down the wrong path, the same path that they followed once. I also love how in this season, Daniel and Gianni still try to reach out to Robbie despite everything that's happened, and Robbie by the end of everything realizes his wrongs. After what he saw Kenny turn into, he realizes what he himself has turned into, which honestly is so powerful, and it's so genius that they added Kenny in, and it's going to make season 5 way crazier, because if Sean gets out and joins Cobra Kai with Kenny, and Robbie by season 5 is more than likely going to be joining Eagle Fang, shit is going to get awkward. I also think by the end of season 5, Tori is going to be a good person, as this entire season was Tori trying to shift out of this just low state that she was in into more of a better person that somehow Kreese managed to help Tori become, which mind you, Kreese went to Terry in the first place to help embrace the worst parts of him, and now he's telling him to stop because she doesn't need to do that to win. And this isn't even where season 4 fucking peaks. No, you know who's the best character in this season and who has the best fight and overall just gets the best moments? Fucking Hawk. You see, Hawk has just been getting shit on this entire season for betraying Cobra Kai from not only Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang because they barely trust him, but along with Cobra Kai, who managed to get their revenge on Hawk by cutting off his mohawk, which, as you all may know, which to Hawk is like his main part of his identity. That's like basically destroying Spider-Man's mask. Like, bro, you don't do that to him. And despite that, Eli comes into the game and he learns Miyagi-Do karate, and he implements that perfect defense along with that perfect offense, showing Robbie just how strong he truly is. This fight is a callback to season 1, as Robbie had to deal with the likes of Cobra Kai and their ratty tactics, but now it's Eli trying to redeem himself and now needing to bring Robbie back in line. This was set up since season fucking 1, and it comes back full circle! And there are other moments I haven't even talked about, like Silver versus fucking Johnny, which I was not expecting to happen at all. Terry trying to manipulate Robbie, which I did expect, but I didn't expect Johnny to freaking come in like that. And Miguel throwing the tournament along with him trying to find his father, because Johnny was trying to fill that void in, but deep down Miguel knows that Johnny isn't his real father, and Johnny has a son of his own, a biological son, and he realizes that when he sees Johnny being so broken and damaged about the fact that he can't be a real father to Robbie. And when he says how he loves Robbie and not Miguel, and when Miguel says I love you and Johnny says I love you too, Robbie, my heart! Like, dude, the fucking drama in this show is unrivaled. And speaking of drama, the fucking ending, Kreese is getting sent 25 to life? Stingray coming back and getting beat up and somehow being the main one framing Kreese is fucking insane to me. Aisha returns, which is wild, and this doesn't even beat the ending, which is with Chosen coming down to America and is now going to help Daniel take down Cobra Kai. Peak Fiction is back! Cobra Kai's on top!